we're joined by two of Australia's greatest acting stars, so let's make them feel at home. Aussie, Aussie, Aussie! Aussie, Aussie, Aussie! Aussie! Oh, God, this is like all night. Let's start the show! Welcome to the show. Such big stars on tonight's show. But don't worry, they will be getting down to earth quicker than a rocket launched from Cornwall. Oh, wasn't that a shame? Such a shame the launch failed. My heart goes out to everybody at the headquarters of the Cornish Space Agency. Working hard. Hey, but there was a more successful launch this week. Yes, Prince Harry's book was finally released. Yes, it was. Do you all have a copy? All have a copy? There were queues at the bookshops, mostly women desperate to read about all the sordid sex details. Keep walking. One of the saucy revelations in the book was that Harry lost his virginity to an older woman who treated him like a stallion and slapped his bare backside. I know. Oh, by the way, if you want to know what a royal smacked arse looks like, check out Kate's face when she first met Meghan. The book full of lurid details from Harry's frostbitten penis to his cocaine use. And, you know, that sort of sums up Harry's story. Yeah, Willie causing him pain and Charlie getting up his nose. You see? Hey, let's get some guests on! Later, with a music from Brit-nominated singing star Ray! She is so good! But first, he's one of our favourite funny men. It's Mr. Alan Carr! Beautiful! Have a seat, too! She's gone from pop star to West End diva, now bringing us the new musical Sylvia. It is Beverly Knight! Oh! Woo! Hello, dear. So nice to see you. Have a seat, too. She's the Oscar-nominated star of I, Tonya, Bombshell, The Wolf of Wall Street, and Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. It's the fabulous Margot Robbie! And she's one of our greatest theatre and film stars with an amazing 7 Oscar nominations and 2 wins to her name, tipped for a 3rd in the critically acclaimed drama Tar. Please welcome Kate Blanchett! Lovely to see you. Have a seat, too. Welcome, everybody. Thanks for being here. Gorgeous to see you all. Hello to Alan.
Hello.
Hello, and Beverly. And, of course, 2 Aussie stars. I mean, I know it seems ridiculous, but did you know each other back in Australia?
No, well, I mean, Australia is dark right now because, I mean, it's a very small country and we're both here.
But have you ever worked together? No.
No, I wish.
Oh, yes,
I wish too.
No, genuinely, I first saw Kate long before we met. We've met since at events and things like that. But you did a speech at the Acme Centre in Melbourne when I was working on a TV show, Neighbours, in Melbourne.
When you were in a pram.
No.
My mother brought me.
to speak.
And you've always been my idol, my acting idol. So I saw you do this speech and I went and I was like, you were probably like 15 metres away, but I remember thinking, I was just in awe and I was like, this is probably the closest I'll ever get to Kate Blanchett.
You were frightened when you went, Beverly, but you had a lovely time when you went to Australia.
I had a great time when I went to Australia. Went to Sydney and me and my husband went and yeah, I was there to perform and I was terrified, though. I thought, I'm going to get eaten. I'm not going to make it back home, you know. Something's going to get me. Probably my audiences. Oh, God. I was like, you've got spiders bigger than my hands. You've got everything, sharks. There's nowhere to hide. There is nowhere to escape.
What were you there? You were there for Mardi Gras, was it?
I was there for Mardi Gras.
Oh,
a nice little sing-song at Mardi Gras.
Oh, that's so
lots of fun.
Fabulous.
Oh, lots of fun there.
Oh, look at you go! Wow.
Looks like you're doing the eating.
Yeah. There's probably spiders in that hair. Trying to get to you.
How fabulous.
And here's the weird thing. I feel I know you pretty well, Alan.
Yeah.
I never knew you lived in Australia.
I was a backpacker, and I stayed over there more than the visa. This was naughty. I stayed there longer. And I used to work at an insurance place. And I love Australians. I love their humour.
Sorry, you went all the way to Australia to work in insurance.
No, I needed some money. Yeah. I love insurance so much.
And it's quite high risk there.
Yeah. And my job was to take the forms off the printer and give them to the doctors and the nurses. And I always remember the form. It had, like, the name, occupation, injury, and where on your body. And it was like, Dan, tractor, piles, where'd you fucking think? But I used to work in a cafe on Oxford Street, and I was a dish pig. Because, you know how everyone's sexy in Sydney, so all the sexy gay guys were out the front, and because I'm not a looker, I was in the back cleaning... Honestly, no.
I was a dish pig too.
You was a dish pig?
Yeah.
Oh, wow!
Yeah.
And look at her now.
They used to ring the bell, because they'd ring the bell and go, dish pig, and then I'd go through the little hatch. Honestly, with these pink... I was a bit of a cult celebrity, because people want to know, who is the dish pig? Dish pig! I was like that, you know, the Phantom of the Opera. I was behind. Who is he?
But no offence, Alan, but I actually thought, when I heard you on the show, I thought you were dead. Because there's another...
Wow.
Yeah. There's another...
Looking, right?
Yeah. No, because there's another Alan Carr.
Yes. And
Who helps people stop smoking, but he died.
Yeah. And you know what? When I started, I got invited to go to Japan to give a talk about nicotine addiction. The Alan Carr was dead. They was going to get... So they went, oh, Alan, why don't you do it? And I was so tempted, you know. One minute you're a dish pig, next thing you're lecturing on... nicotine addiction. Yeah, but I'm alive. I am
You are very much...
He's alive and he's here. It's all good. It's all good. Hey, listen, we've got lots to discuss tonight. New telly shows, great new musical, and 2 really extraordinary movies. So we'll kick off with Cate Blanchett's new film. This is called Tar. It is out today, ladies and gentlemen. And this is an extraordinary performance by you. You play Lydia Tarr, a classical conductor, an orchestra conductor.
Yes.
So tell us about Lydia Tarr and her story. What do you want people to know going into this
I thought you were going to say that one breast looks bigger than the other one.
I wasn't going to say that.
Not about a woman who's
But
had
now that you
vasectomy.
point that out,
I know,
yes.
Yeah. I play a maestro, a conductor of an unnamed but very celebrated orchestra who's about to summit, you know, the heights of her career, and her past catches up with her. And it's a meditation on the abuses of systemic power and in the classical music world.
And it touches on all sorts of things, like cancel culture, and there's elements of Me Too and stuff. Was that what attracted you to the film, or was it the idea of playing this woman?
Yeah, well, she's fictitious. She's it's a fairy tale in a way, because there's very few women running those, you know, those big orchestras. But no, I mean, everything in a way is about cancel culture. I mean, we haven't even processed Black Lives Matter or Me Too. These things are still very much systemic abuses. They're, you know, alive and kicking. But it was to work with Todd Field. You know, doesn't come out of the barn very often to make a movie, and it's been 16 years since he made a movie. So it was to work with him. And also, you know, to get to stand in front of an orchestra in Germany and play and to conduct them. I mean, it's not very often you get asked to do that stuff.
Well, listen, we've got a clip, and this is you as Lydia Tarr conducting a bit of Mahler.
Nur ein kleines Crescendo.
Please, 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 you must watch. Das ist ganz frei hier. Okay? It's gotta be like just one person singing their heart out. Und sie spielen das wie eine Etüde.
What did you say? What's the last thing you say in that?
You're playing this just like an exercise.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay, it's German.
Yeah. And so,
No, I learned German at school, but...
I learned it at school
yeah.
too. I don't know
Did you?
why. Why not Spanish?
There's a whole lot of
French?
Germans in Australia too.
Yeah,
in
German-
Harndorf.
German
outside
and
Adelaide.
Japanese were the two. Yeah, random.
Yeah, we don't speak English.
so you refreshed your German, you refreshed your piano playing, but the conducting.
It was terrifying.
That's what. But so how does it work? Were you really conducting that orchestra?
What, or was I the Swedish chef?
Well,
Did
kind
someone
of.
else
You know,
have that?
anyone can do that, but you know.
But yeah, you'd be great.
Yeah.
No.
Got loose wrists.
Yeah. No, it's. I mean, it's all of the music in the film is diegetic, so it's made by all of us. You know, Nina Hoss, the wonderful Nina Hoss, is playing the violin, and Sophie Kauer, who had never acted before, who plays the young cellist. So we did. I conducted the Dresden Philharmonie, which is not something I thought I'd ever be asked to do. It was absolutely terrifying, but when you give the downbeat and that music comes back at you, it's, I mean, you know, this is, playing it when you're inside the music, it's just like, whoa. It was a very, very life-changing, unforgettable experience.
And you're so good in this and at this. Was that the sort of music you listened to growing up? Were you a kind of classical music kid?
I was kind of a goth. I listened to Birthday Party and Dead Can Dance, and I was a bit eclectic, you know, Bananarama, a bit, you know, Duran Duran.
Lovely.
You know, The Seekers, Bob Dylan. But, you know, there wasn't much Mahler in my childhood.
Yeah.
But in my teenage years, when I got all emotional and melodramatic, I did turn much more to classical music.
Because, Margaret, were you a goth?
Yes, I definitely had my... I don't know if I was full goth, very emo though.
Okay.
And I listened to like only heavy metal music, and I would dye my hair black and only cut it with a razor blade. So yeah, kind of goth.
Does anyone like heavy metal music? Was that something you genuinely liked?
I genuinely, and I still genuinely like it. Yeah.
Do you like monster trucks and things like that?
No. No.
There's a whole kind of thing.
Just, yeah, no, just... No, I really like it. Like, I remember, I'd go to... I remember going to the Slipknot concert, and the most I've ever been... At the time, I was on Neighbours. I have never had more people come up to me, ever, than at a Slipknot concert. The crossover between... It wasn't Monster Trucks and Slipknot, it was Neighbours and Slipknot. For some reason, everyone kept coming out and being like...
It's quite the Venn diagram, isn't it?
It was so unexpected, and they're worried about all the characters, and is so-and-so's baby okay, and this and that.
They're not real.
Yeah, no, I know. They were so invested in Neighbours and Slipknot. So I don't know, yeah. No, I genuinely like that kind of
So it's
music.
family listening.
It's, yeah.
Beverly, you were a very good little girl. Your
was.
musical beginnings, it was all church music, wasn't it?
Church, it was the church, absolutely. I saw my mum up there on the pulpit singing away, doing her duets and things, and then there's little me, like, I want to join. I was that middle child who was the complete show-off of the family, attention-seeking middle child. I had
Are we
to
all
be...
middle children here?
Are you a middle child?
I am.
Are you a middle child?
I am.
There you go.
No,
Are you not?
no, I'm the oldest. Yeah.
Youngest.
You ruined it,
Yeah,
Alan.
oh.
It's like there's nothing to this theory. Actually, talking of childhoods, Alan Carr, you are now turning your childhood into a sitcom.
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
Is it happening really soon?
It's happening. We had the first read-through today with the people and my mum, my dad, and it's all about my school life. I've got 2 dinner lady roles that are coming up if you... if you're in the Northampton area the next 2 weeks, call me. And so I auditioned for Little Alan, so I got over 500 tapes of people pretending to be me as a child. Some of it was so heartwarming, some of it was just downright offensive. I don't want to see a child in a fat suit. we got this boy called Ollie. He is so good. He just got me down to a T. He didn't go too like that.
Yeah. So we've got a picture of Ollie. I think it's Ollie as you.
Yeah.
This is Ollie as you.
So talented. He's just so good. I mean, I just thought he'd got me down to a T. But he's so weird because he doesn't sound like me. He puts the voice on, so it's so weird with the taster tape. I was just sitting going, he would go, microwave. I go, no, microwave. He goes, microwave. So, yeah.
And do you play yourself in it?
No, I'm the narrator. I come on and all like that. So
Yeah.
it's very emotional for me. Very. Because it's so personal as well, you know, and
are your parents in it? Did you say your parents are in it?
they're people playing my parents, yeah, my
That
mum.
must be so bizarre.
It's so...
Casting people to be younger you and your family.
Why would you do that?
I don't know, but
Cheap therapy.
Therapy.
It is cheap therapy, and but it's going to be good.
What's it going to be called?
It's Changing Ends, because my dad's a footballer, you see. My dad was a football manager in town. So
Never was.
Yes, he was. Oh. Yeah, I know. I thought, listen, I thought there was a mix-up at the hospital as well. Like, you know. There's some poor hairdresser looking out the window at some place, peeping up here going, what? Who will run the salon now? So, yeah, I mean, everyone plays football. My granddad, my dad, everyone who's male plays, and I just don't play football. And so, yeah, and so it's all about that. And, of course, I was getting bullied for being gay, fat, with glasses, and then my dad was manager of the local football team. So your dad's shit. I don't care. I don't watch football. I wouldn't even know what the score was. I turn up on Monday, you cobblers are shit. I'm like... Very good.
Meanwhile, Margot Robbie brings us another highly anticipated movie of the year. This is Babylon, and it opens in cinemas next Friday. And this is a proper epic, sort of based on early cinema, the birth of the talkies. It's a wild ride. So tell us all about it, Margot Robbie.
It is a wild ride, and it is epic. And like you said, it's you know, the transition for Hollywood going from silent films to talkies, which I think what really stands out about the movie, though, is the depiction of Hollywood at that time is all based on true stories. It's just like the side of it you never see on screen. It's madness. I mean, there was so much like debauchery and just the method of making movies back then. They were making it up as, you know, they were figuring it out as they went. There was no rules and regulations. It was just like the Wild West. And, you know, there was a lot of young people becoming very rich and famous overnight, and
what's changed?
Doing tons of drugs and destroying their lives, and then like all the heads of the studios were young, you know, and it was just a crazy time. And then this movie kind of follows like you know, a number of different characters as they kind of pursue their dreams of making it in Hollywood, and kind of those who can't keep up when sound comes in.
And you play this very kind of up-and-coming actor. You kind of break through in the film. Yes,
I play a fictional character, Nellie Leroy, but she's an aspiring actress, comes to LA, and she's just like a tornado of a human being. And, yeah, she kind of shoots to stardom, and just things go completely off the rails after that.
And it's directed by Damien Chazelle for La La Land. But he really goes for it. These enormous set pieces. It opens with this mad Hollywood party.
Yeah.
Like in real life, how long were you at that party for?
Oh,
that's you crowd surfing.
That is, it was, yeah. It was me crowd surfing. It was so fun.
So we get why it's called Babylon now, right? Clearly.
This is like the G-rated version of that. I mean, the party is insane.
Yeah.
Damien, I mean, he's such a visionary kind of director, but there's an amazing, extraordinary one in that party scene where you kind of meet all the different characters, and it's a huge ensemble cast. You've got Brad Pitt and Diego and, you know, Gene Smart, and you've got a chicken stealing someone's cocaine and running off, you know, like, and you've got stunts, you've got someone falling from the ceiling. So this is all being timed with, like, this crane movement. And we're not shooting in studio, we're shooting, like, on location, so it's even more difficult, but so much is happening. and you kind of get a glimpse of everything. It's the kind of movie where you have to see it on a big screen because there's so much happening in the frame at every single moment. You could look anywhere and you're seeing a whole, you know, this whole tapestry of madness. But doing those one-ers and knowing that you don't want to be the person that makes you go again.
It's also, how did you cope and keeping that thing on your breasts?
Oh, yeah. In that scene, there's literally, like, orgies happening behind us while people are talking. I mean, there's so...
The guy jumping on the penis was kind of one of my favourite.
Orgies happening behind us while people are talking. I mean, there's so...
The guy jumping on the penis was kind of one of my favourite.
And a penis suit. Yeah.
Sadly, that isn't the clip we have. The clip we have, this is you shooting a scene at the beginning of Sound.
You can tell, like, every time they, like, walk up the stairs, it's like, ka-conk, ka-conk. You know, they're trying to figure it out. And, yeah, in this clip, yes, we're figuring it out and getting it all wrong.
All right, let's have a look.
Scene 17, take 1. Mark.
Action. Hello, Colin.
What happened?
She blew the valves. I just need a minute. All right, well, hurry. Give me 1 sec. Christ, it's hot in there.
Scene 17, take 2. Mark.
Action. Cut, Mr. Marknell.
Scene 17, take 3. Mark.
Action. Oh, hello, Colin.
Cut! No good for sound.
Could you just let us get through one take?
Why would I do that if you won't be able to use it?
You told me to do it quiet. That's why I did it
Quiet,
quiet.
not inarticulate. You can't mumble.
Are we going again or what?
Yes, of course we're going again. And camera and sound.
Scene 17, take 4.
Mark.
Action.
Well, hello, Colin.
And Mona, your character at Babylon, she is a kind of hustler. And is that... That seems like that's kind of true, because you were one of those actors, you didn't wait for the phone to ring.
Yeah.
You were out there, you wanted a gig, you went for it. Is that right?
Banging down doors. Yes, I called Fremantle Media like every day until someone made a mistake and put me through to the casting agent for Neighbours. That's how I got my audition. I just kept calling them. And then one time someone foolishly let me through, and I spoke to Jan Russ and said, oh, I'm in town working on something, which was a half-truth. And she was like, how old are you? And I was like, I'm 17. And she was like, oh, we need a 17-year-old girl right now. Come in for an audition next week.
There you
Wow.
go. Serendipity. Brilliant.
Yeah.
So, cold call, write letters, whatever you got to do. I still do it. I still write to people that I want to work with. And
Imagine me doing that. I'm a dish pig. Put me through.
I'm here working.
Very busy.
I literally was. I wasn't a dish pig at that time anymore. I was working at Subway at that time. I felt so vindicated quitting. I was like, I got a job on Neighbours. I have been in.
I'm now an actor.
Yes.
Thank you very much. Talking of dreams coming true, Beverly Knight, how did you end up getting your dream gig supporting Prince?
Jeez. This sounds so, like, knobby, but I'm going to say it anyway. He heard me years before the gig happened. He heard me sing on a TV show and met him backstage really briefly at another event. And that was it. I thought, my dreams have come true. I have met my idol. I can, you know, die and go to heaven. I'm very happy. Years later, the phone rings and it's some number from the States. I'm ill. It's like, hello? Yes, this is Kate. I'm phoning from Prince's office. Hey. I thought it was a wind-up. Prince wants you to come to LA. And I was like, oh, OK then, this weekend. OK then. So I didn't know where I was going. I didn't know anything. I packed my bags. I was off. Put me in this nice hotel. It was only when I saw the great and good of Hollywood around I realised it was the Oscars weekend. I arrive, we're going in the hills, winding up into the hills, and this house, and I see the kind of the purple, and I'm like, OK, this is clearly where Prince resides. Let me calm myself down, let me calm myself down. Long story short, he had me there because he wanted me to sing at his Oscars party.
Wow.
For the wonderful people who just won Oscars that year and all his friends and that. And so there's little me from Wolverhampton singing to the great and good, like the Coen brothers, and you know, Spike Lee was there and Chris Tucker was there, and I got on stage with him. Halfway through the gig, he leaned back and said, "I want you to sing Rocksteady." And I was like, OK, I'm ready. Snatched the mic, here we go. Rocksteady, baby. And I was off.
Wow.
It was just insane. And Stevie Wonder joined us.
Oh, my
By the way,
God.
P.S.
P.S.
Yeah.
Stevie Wonder was there.
Yeah. Amazing.
Were you at that party, Kate Blanchett?
I was. I didn't know who you were. Yeah, no, because I had been hanging out in the kitchen. And
Were you the dish pig at the
yeah, I was.
Cleaning ashtrays.
And he walked in. I didn't see him at first
Right.
because the countertops were regular height.
Hi. There.
And I thought, you know, and I was thinking, yeah, I mean, he's an amazing man, but he's short in
He's- yeah,
stature, and you
diminutive.
realise pretty quickly he didn't cook, you know.
No.
Stirring a pot.
Yeah, so I chapped him in the kitchen, and then, you know, and yeah, I heard you. I didn't obviously know it was you, but
I
yeah,
can't
it
believe
was
you were there.
amazing. It
See,
was amazing.
That's validation for me, because sometimes I'm like, did I smoke something? Did that actually happen? It happened.
It happened. It happened. Very good. Now, Beverly Knight brings us that rare thing, a brand new musical. Sylvia comes to the Old Vic from the 27th of January. So this is, it's a musical based on a slice of British history.
Yes.
So you're not Sylvia, but tell us as much as you can.
The gorgeous Sharon Rose there is playing Sylvia Pankhurst, and me looking very moody in that picture. I play her mum, the famous Emmeline Pankhurst, who was the leader of the Women's Social and Political Union, the union that the press dubbed suffragettes, because you used to have suffragettes who were politely asking for the vote, and the suffragettes who were just going to take the vote by any means necessary. Emmeline is passionate, you know, militant, adopts militant methods. Sylvia is a pacifist. She doesn't want to go along with breaking windows and you know, putting bombs in letterboxes and things. So this chasm opens up between mother and daughter. So it's the story of how the fight for women's suffrage ripped this family apart.
And you see there in your period costumes,
Yeah.
but it sounds like the whole thing is seen through a very kind of modern lens.
It is, yeah. It's... musically, it's hip-hop, it's R&B, it's funk, it's soul, you know, with tinges of rock and that kind of... all kinds of flavours in there. But it's very much using modern parlance as well as quotes from history. So, you know, we've got Winston Churchill talking about blabbering suffragettes, but then we've got Lord Curzon and Lord Cromer, who were famous anti-suffragettes, you know, having a rap battle with Sylvia Pankhurst and the other suffragettes. We got... It's so sharp and so slick, and it moves really, really quickly. It's a great cast. So
Well, we're really lucky because somebody filmed a little kind of taster from the rehearsal. So this is from the rehearsals, kind of behind the scenes of Sylvia. This is Beverly Knight doing what she does best.
You've changed. You're not the same. I don't like who you are today. I'd hold, Sylvia, I'd hold. It wouldn't go like this, and I'd hold. You would listen to me. That I would have another choice, but there's no excuse for you to speak to me this way, and there's nothing you can do or say to make this okay. You think I've done this just for the fame? I can't look at you today.
quite impressive. Kate, was your conductor hand twitching?
In Italian.
Getting very excited.
Downbeat. Listen, I imagine, Kate Blanchett, you were a little jealous listening to this, because you were in a successful musical when you were quite young, weren't you?
Well, extremely successful. We took, when I was at university, we decided to make a musical about climate change. Very, very popular. One of the numbers, in fact, when we were there at the Adelaide Fringe, on one night, we had 3 members of the audience. And after interval, we had 1. And, there were 12 of us in the musical. And one of the numbers was about air conditioning.
Of course, yeah.
Turn the air on, turn on the air con. And we were wheeling air conditioners around. Yeah.
Oh, it really made a difference.
Yeah, it was extraordinary. You haven't heard of it? It didn't tour.
Yeah.
No.
Without that, there might be, you know, a climate crisis. Thank God you got on early. Yeah, trained minds. And Margaret, do you do singing like in Babylon? You do kind of numbers.
Yeah, I don't sing. I mean, honestly, if I could sing, I would definitely.
We'd know about it.
I would. You wouldn't shut me up. I'd hopefully be on Broadway or the West End. I would love, but no, sadly, I can't sing. And
Alan, do you dance in your current tour? Because you injured yourself.
Oh, God, I thought you were asking me to sing.
No.
OK. Yeah, well, there's a bit in my show where I do a Jason Statham kick, and I went like that in Glasgow. Ow! That tore my calf. Ooh. I fell on the floor, and you know that level of pain where your voice talks like that? I was like, get help, get help. People were laughing, and then my tour manager, Elliot, panicked. I said, get help, get help. And then all of a sudden I see this old crutch gaffer tape coming through the flaps of the curtain, and I had to perform the last 20 minutes with a crutch, and I couldn't cancel the next... There it is, look! Look!
Oh, look! You don't look through the show.
No, I don't. And then he froze my leg to -5 before I went on stage, and I could perform for an hour and a half, and then I came off, and then it was
defrosted.
Then it defrosted.
You knew about that pain.
Yeah. Rubbed it up against a patio heater, and I was fine.
Alan, just mention dates for your ongoing tour.
Oh, I can't remember.
Well, they are. I'll tell you. You're not on tonight, but you are continuing...
Oh, yeah, the Palladium. I'm doing a Palladium show.
Yes.
In February.
Yes.
With a day.
Yes.
20...
Begins with an F. February. No, I don't know.
Oh.
But you continue around the UK for February.
Yes, yes.
And, but this tour... You've been doing it for as long as I can remember.
Yes. Yeah, it's like Cher's farewell tour. I'm still going. It's still going.
No, because didn't this start pre-pandemic?
I know, it's just dragging on. I know. No, it's... Listen, when you have a stand-up show that people want to come back again, you know, you just got to keep adding days, because once that tour's done, you've got to start right at the bottom and write jokes. I'm loving it, and it's the first time I'm doing America as well, so I'm doing New York, LA, San Francisco. I mean, basically... the size of Portaloos. I mean, there's not theatres, but, you know, I've always wanted to do America. I've never done it. I'm really proud of this show, so I'm going over there.
But you've already been to Australia. You were in Sweden, weren't you, with this show?
Yes. And Greta Thunberg came to one of the shows.
Oh, I'm glad.
Isn't that, 'cause I love her. She's so sweet. And then...
And also, you like to think you're having a nice time.
Yes, coming along. But I was shitting myself with the plastic in the dressing room.
Now, if you've been watching BBC One Tonight, you've already seen Alan Carr in his new show, Amanda and Alan's Italian Job, at Fridays 8:30, all episodes on iPlayer. It was the second one today. So this is you and Amanda Holden. This does sound like one of those pitch meetings. So take Alan Carr, take Amanda Holden. It's an Italian wrecked house, but it's real. This actually happened.
Yes. There's that scheme to buy a house for €1. So Amanda bought the house for €1 and said, would you help me knock it down? And we renovated and made it nice. It's this beautiful village called Salemi. No one's moved there. It's a rural community. It's this medieval town on top of this hill. No one's there. Everyone's left. It is absolutely stunning. And so we went there and we had to clean it all out. It had squatters in. And, of course, this is pre-watershed. So that when I go in, they go, oh, what's all that brown stuff? It was shit. Wonder what that brown thing is. Yeah. And so we just did it all up, and we were proper hands-on, because I know people are cynical with telly, but, I mean, we were there all the time in, like, really... 40 degrees.
Are you handy?
No, I'm not. You clearly haven't seen the show. I'm a moron. I mean, I was given all these different tools. What's the one with the stick with the bubble?
A level.
Level. So it was all like that. And I don't even know now if it's worth €1.
I think we've got a clip. This is you and Amanda trying your hands at tiling. Feast your eyes on this.
So, when we lay our tiles, we want them to be exactly a metre down from this line. Perfect. Oh.
The hummus on the floor.
So,
nice bit of carrot to go with that. Oh, yeah. I like this celery.
Focus.
I was thinking this was going to be quite simple.
I thought it was just plonk them down, like Tetris or something.
Yeah.
So, Alan, the next one is yours.
Let me know when that's enough. Really? Oh, God. OK, so I'm putting it on.
Put it right up to this. That's it. Maybe wiggle it sideways or tap it.
Sugar.
God, that is good.
Oh, no. I feel like Judge Rinder.
That's brilliant.
But it was so weird, and I'm with Amanda because no one knows who we are, and, like, you know, me and Amanda, the fun thing was just getting involved in the, you know, and we'd go and have meals and cafes and stuff, and everyone was just looking at us thinking we're husband and wife, thinking that poor deluded woman.
He must be rich.
Yeah. He must have a dick of death.
Tell me this, Alan. So, for Tar, Kate Blanchett brushed up on her German. You're Italian. No. You were there for 3 months.
Yeah, it was, I kept saying por favor, which is Spanish. I mean, I'm one of those Brits abroad. Donde está la cheesy chips? That's my level. But no, it was very odd there. We got arrested. I don't know if you haven't binged it on iPlayer. We got arrested. The police pulled us over, and of course the BBC ran over. We're filming. No, stand back. Like this. Oh. So we're there.
Is that your Italian accent?
Yes. It's like we were in Rome then, wasn't it? And so we're there, pulled over, and then Amanda just turned into Mae West. I mean, she was like, oh, that's a big gun. And... I was like, we're going to get arrested for soliciting now. You know? I bet that buckle needs some buffering. And then he was really nasty with me, and because I was wearing this really ill-fitting green jumpsuit. I look like a Teletubby. And then they said, where do you live? Where are you staying like this? And they still didn't say why they arrested us. And then we gave them the hotel, and we thought that was it. And then 1 a.m. that morning, the police turned up to give Amanda Holden a booty call.
No.
Rang her up 1 a.m. in a hotel room. Thankfully, she didn't pick up. Wow. I complained to the hotel. Why isn't my phone working? There's something wrong with the wire.
Right. Time for music. This Brit-nominated singer-songwriter has penned tracks for the likes of Beyoncé and John Legend, and now brings us her own much-awaited debut album. Here performing The Thrill Is Gone, it is Ray!
card games and heart games. I said, let's play, I should know better. My boy ain't my boy, but I call him that cause it feels better. Court case last Monday, but he'd bust trial, so I feel better. Painkillers and codeine, I got stomach cramps under my sweater. Dark words from his dark mind, now there's dark stains under my eyes. I'm scared when I look at him and I don't know why I'm surprised. Silk sheets and I'm crying in them and I'm staying here when I should go. I'm scared if I leave now, I'll never come back, so I sip slow. Say something nice to me, say something nice to me. I nod and I agree, you get so mad if I disagree. So he invited me to sit here silently. Now he can't stand the sight of me. Used to get excited, but now, uh-oh. The thrill is gone, thrill is gone, thrill is gone. The thrill is gone, thrill is gone, the thrill is over. I know it's so, I'm all alone when I'm on his shoulder. The thrill is gone, thrill is gone, thrill is gone. The thrill is gone, thrill is gone, thrill is gone. He's a Leo sun, Leo moon, and a Leo rising. Something dies in his eyes when I find them. The thrill is gone, thrill is gone, the thrill is gone. In the same bed as you, something just doesn't feel right. When you fall asleep, I leave the room as you're closing your eyes. I shut the door behind me quickly and get in my car. But babe, the second I leave you, I wish I was where you are. Say something nice to me, babe. Won't you say, won't you say, won't you say?
Here she comes, marvelous. Great! Beautiful. Thank you so much for that. Mwah, mwah. This is Alan and Beverly and Margot and Kate. This is Ray. Very good. Yay.
Handshake that I'm doing.
That, of course, is from your debut album, My 21st Century Blues.
10 years in the making.
I know, because I just imagined you were kind of, you know, an overnight success, but no, you've been plugging away.
For so long. Been in the industry for a long time, really giving my all. This is my tequila and orange juice.
Get it down you. You've earned it. You've earned it. Yeah.
Love. But I've waited so long, I've worked so hard for this moment, and just even seeing it in your hand, like, what is that? This is really crazy.
If that wasn't good enough, currently #1 in the chart.
Yeah!
There you are, #1. And what is the story? Are you going to be going on tour now?
Yeah, so I'm actually supporting Lewis Capaldi. We leave
lovely Lewis
on
Capaldi,
Saturday, yeah.
Good luck.
I know. We're literally competing for the #1 right now, which is hilarious. I'm like, Lewis. But I'm so excited, and it's such an honour he's having me. And it's just in time for the album. The album comes out February 3rd, and I'm just like, everything's lining up. I've got my own tour, which is basically sold out, and like...
Yeah, I think that, Dublin's the only one you can get tickets for, I think.
No, it's...
Oh, that's
Stockholm,
gone too.
Stockholm.
Stockholm. All right, if you liked her, you've got to travel.
Stockholm.
You know, Ryanair do affordable flights to somewhere very near Stockholm. It's in Sweden. I'm so pleased for you, Ray. Thank you so much for that performance. Good luck with the album and the tour. We're going to hear lots more from you. Ray!
Guys, I'm honoured. Wow. Dreams come true.
Yeah, get it down, yeah. That's nearly it. Before we go, just time for a visit to the big red chair. Hello, who's there? Hello.
Hi.
Hi. Oh, and a comfortable wrap. What's your name?
Katrina.
Katrina, lovely. And where are you from, Katrina?
I'm from Wicklow in Ireland.
Wicklow in Ireland? Oh,
Yes.
right. Is that where you got your shawl?
I got it in a charity shop, actually.
You surprised me. Do you live here now, Katrina?
I do, yeah. I live in West London.
OK, and what do you do?
I work for a healthcare charity.
OK, see, they get in with their charity work and then we have to like them. They do good things. Off you go with your story, Katrina.
So, when I was 15, I accidentally set my house on fire by putting a lit mass candle that I got from the Easter Vigil on Easter morning in a plastic cup on my wooden shelves beside my very highly flammable children's toys that I'd been given by various family members when I was younger. And then we were sitting down hours later having our Easter lunch, and the fire alarm went off, and I was like, oh my goodness, what is that? And then realised, obviously, what I'd done, ran into my room, and the pressure had built up in the room over several hours, and when I opened the door, I was blown against the wall. And then, obviously, I'd forgotten all of the fire safety training that I had learned over my years of primary school. And I went in and I opened all of the windows in my room to let the fire out, which obviously then just made everything worse because it fed the fire. And then eventually, anyway, the fire brigade came and everything, and all of my stuff was destroyed and that whole side of the house was ruined. But actually, the only thing that survived, which was on the shelf, was my tarantula, Madge Wilkins, who went on... She actually only passed away recently. She lived for 10
Well, that is an unexpected end to that story. You can walk, Katrina. You can walk. Yeah. I did not see that coming. No.
That was like Shawshank Redemption with a
tarantula?
What?
I was just thinking, no wonder she lives here now. Bear, it's like, if you want to go to London, do. OK, that really is all we've got time for. If you'd like to go in that red chair yourself and tell your story, you can contact us via our website at this very address. Please say a huge thank you to all of my guests tonight. Ray! Alan Carr! Beverly Knight! Margot Robbie! And Kate Blanchett! Join me next week with singer Kat Burns, dancer Oti Mabuse, Hollywood actor Brendan Fraser, the writer, along with the star of the new drama Nolly, that's Russell T Davies and Helena Bonham Carter, and four-time Oscar nominee Michelle Williams. I'll see you then. Good night, everybody. Bye-bye!
So, taking a deep dive into the diverse lives to find out more, Mary and Margulies, Australia Unmasked. Press red now to watch on iPlayer. And up next on BBC One, trials and tribulations in our film, Beautiful Boy.